All right. So for whatever reason, last stream got ended because of some copyright, and I don't even know what it is. What do you hear that's copyright? Jake's not copyright. Anyways, we're talking about the Batman movie, and that it's coming. Once I get some audio and everything like that, I'm gonna get a nice trailer thrown out there for you guys so that you have a trailer for the movie. And of course, the release party whenever Jake and I get together and we watch the movie in a live stream with you guys while you watch it live on the channel, which will be fun. What? None of your business. Because I don't know anything about it either. It just happened.
Was it like what we're doing right now?
No, I just said something about copyrighted, a copyrighted audio, and I'm like, what is copyrighted? What do you hear that's copyrighted? YouTube, like,
maybe it was like an intro music thing.
There's no music playing though.
Intro music.
What intro music? There's nothing.
Like for an intro.
Okay, but there's no music. There's no music they could copyright, so I really don't know what it was. Anyways, further things. We talked about the Batman movie. You know it's coming. That's all we gotta say now. So this is a 2-part podcast now. We're gonna do these. We're trying to do these once a week, as long as I can get on call with Jake. If not, I'll come down and sit down and I'll do it with just me. I want to keep him in these because it keeps him involved. But
Rig separators
really
are
don't know.
expensive. They cost $2.49 a piece.
Anyways, on to some other things. My grandma was telling me about this store that sells Legos in a town that's about a half hour from us. And she bought me some minifigs from it the one day. They came in a brown paper bag. She gave them like that. And I was like, I'm like wondering, like, what the heck is this? She gave me like some food or some candy or something. No, they were minifigs. And I looked at them and I pulled them out and I'm like, you know, these look like Lego minifigs, but I don't know if they're actual Lego because I don't remember ever seeing them. So then I looked more in depth. Turns out they're not actual Lego. They're fake Lego minifigs. One being Thanos, and he did come with a helmet, and the other being Joker from the Batman movie, which when you look at this in here, you can't tell, but if you're with me, you can see that his hairpiece is a lighter green and doesn't really fit on his head perfectly. There's also no Lego emblems on the stand there. The studs don't have Lego on them. And I was like, you know, you can definitely tell it's a little cheap plastic. Some of the colors are off, but it feels like Lego. It looks like Lego. And I mean, I'm not the biggest on fake Lego, but some things are cool about this. This bang gun, if you ever saw the 2012 Batman sets, you know that they put a sticker on it. This is a printed Lego piece right here, which I really appreciate.
Hey Noah, the 2019 police station is retiring soon. Or was it 2018? I can't remember.
2017.
It's retiring soon.
Anyways, so that bang gun has the printed piece, which, I mean, it might be fake Lego, but like I still want to go check this place out because, you know, sometimes it makes me think, like, she said there were a lot of sets there. Were they fake Lego sets or were they real and these were just minifigs? If they were real Lego sets, this is a Lego store, but not official Lego store, but it like sells actual Legos. Cool. Just
laptop
over here under your thing. Just move some of your stuff around because I'm doing stuff down here.
Do you class right now?
No, I'm doing something for YouTube with Jake.
Where is it?
Hey Noah,
It's under that.
Series 19 Lego minifigures are going to be retiring soon. That's a
I just kept it over there. So this...
I might have to go down here later.
Okay, well, I'm not going to be down here much longer. Okay.
So there won't be
Okay, well. hopefully none of my other family members come down here and ruin this. Starting to irritate me.
Sheeran or whatever.
That was just my sister. But
Lego set.
so here we are now. Back to the minifigs. I have a feeling that this store might have Lego, and these minifigs are just fake because they just got fake minifigs. So I do want to go and check out this place, see how big it is, because you never know. Maybe if they sell actual Lego, maybe they've got some retro Lego sets in there, like some old Power Miners, or some old Lego Batman, or old Lego City, or old Lego Space Police. Like some of my favorite themes from whenever I was like
I know.
5 or 6.
Lego wooden minifigure. It's like giant size. Guess how much it costs?
Probably expensive, but I don't really care, to be honest with you.
$120.
But these old themes would be cool. If I could find like a 2008 Batman set there, that would be epic. I don't care if it's like $150 to get it, and it was originally like $50 retail. I'm buying it because I want old Lego like that. In box, actual Lego, seal, never opened. That'd be cool. Even if they sell new Lego, I'll still get some new Lego there, unless it's fake. If it's fake, I'm not gonna buy it. Minifigs, maybe. If I see a cool fake minifig, but I really want it, I'll buy it. But like if it's like not an actual Lego set, I'm not buying it because you don't trust the bricks are gonna go together. But that goes to that. So that's that. And something I want to do with this Joker, it's based on the Lego Batman movie. And I have the same minifigure in the Lego Batman movie, except he doesn't have the man gun. It came from the Joker's Low Rider. And I'm gonna do a comparison video between the two at some point, which will get some more content out. Which I think will be cool to have. Like every Lego YouTube channel usually has a fake Lego compared to real Lego video. Even Jake can agree with this. A lot of people have videos like that. And I think that's a cool video to put out, showing people how not to get baited into buying fake Lego. And I mean, I didn't lead test these or anything, because I know some of these fake Legos have like lead residue on them or whatever. I haven't done that. I don't plan on doing that. I really don't care. As long as they didn't come from China and they have Corona on them, I'm fine. So that's that. That's the store. And maybe if I go to this Lego store with my grandma, she said at the end of the month, maybe if the whole thing with the coronavirus is cleared up, or maybe early next month, I'll go and check some things out and see if there's anything there that's really valuable. But I might vlog that. Yeah, they used to make a lot of them.
There's a Lego Ludo game. I don't get how it works, but it looks kind of cool.
And another question you guys might have for us is, are we going to continue Brick Finder, or is Brick Finder done? We haven't done a Brick Finder, I think, since August, I want to say. It was the last time. We only put out like 2 or 3 Brick Finders, I think. Now, Brick Finder's not done. It's just we haven't been able to get together to get stuff. And when we buy stuff, we're not buying them in mass amounts like that. I mean, I bought all those Ninjago sets, but like, Jake doesn't buy a lot in mass. He buys one big thing at a time. So there's no point in really going with him to the store and getting Lego, because it's just one thing. If we both go and we both get a couple sets, it makes it more worthwhile. And we look for deals together, because we have completely different tastes in Legos. He's into Marvel Lego sets and City and Creator Expert. I'm into Creator Expert, Ninjago, Batman, some City, and Hidden Side. So those are like really contrasting. So when we spread out all the themes that we like almost every Lego theme that exists. And I think when we do the Brick Finder with both of us, it's cool because you guys get to see us looking at different sets, giving our opinions on different themes, because we like different themes, which I think is cool. Always good to have some variety. So that's why I don't do it without him. And nobody wants to see just me go to Walmart and be like, oh, well, I want this police station. And then I get it. It's more fun if I take him, especially for both of us, to have the experience together, to go look at Lego and do something we've seen YouTubers do with other people for, like, don't mind the vacuum, screw the people upstairs. I think it's more fun to do it with him. And I only say that because when Jake and I go do things together, it means more to me, because we're creating that moment together that we're doing stuff like Brick Vault. They don't go on hauls together. Not a lot of channels do that. But like, they're a Lego group of friends or family or whatever, and they build Lego and have a studio, and they do that for a living. That's what I wouldn't mind doing. I mean, I want to have a job, and I want to do Lego YouTube for a while, like until I'm like 30 or 40. And at that point, I want to have kids to hand the channel down to. But I get inspired a lot by Brickitect. He's the one that inspired me to do this podcast. So maybe in the next video, I'll put like a link to his channel in the description, because he does this podcast, this Missing Pieces. Like, and it's where he talks about the stuff that we're talking about right now. And he has videos where he talks about the sets that come out, whether he's going to buy them or not. And like, they'll go to the store with Clark and they'll buy a bunch of stuff and look for some Lego deals. And they'll live stream builds. Like right now, he's live building Apocalypseburg, which he's going to do that for this whole time.
Two epic sets that are coming soon.
Can I finish what I'm talking about before you interrupt me again?
Yeah, sure, man. Why not?
Okay, so they have this stream of Apocalypseburg that he's doing. He does a stream for like a bag of it every day, and he's going to do that from now until the end of the month. And he wants to do that so he can get content out and give people something to do while they're sitting at home dealing with the quarantining that we're doing at the moment all across the U.S. And I enjoy watching. I've watched it the past 3 days. I love it. It's great to listen to him and a bunch of other builders like Lego Freak and Dave from Scott's Toys and Jim Blay, like all of them. Like, I want a community like that. I want a group of people I can stream with and I'm friends with in the community. Like even Jake and I, to stream together with everybody else in the community. And when he's old enough and he can get his social media and everything like that and get into these streams with us, it'll be fun. It'll be awesome to do that. And I think that I like can't wait for that day to come. But right now I'm also trying to push a lot of stuff out. I'm trying to figure out ways to make content because I have 2 years of high school left. That basically means I'm going to be doing other things in my life. And I want to get all this stuff out now while I'm doing a bunch of other school stuff before I go. Like if I go to college, before I go out to college, like I'll still try and do stuff, but it won't be as heavy. So I want to do it now while I can. And if I get a car, which I plan to do, and my license, I will drive and I'll go make more brick finders, even if I have to do it by myself just for content. And when he's old enough and his mom trusts me enough, maybe I'll take him with me. But I don't know when that's going to happen, and he doesn't know either. But again, brick finder is, of course, still on. It's not done. We just got to find the right time to do it. And the last thing I want to talk about before Jake and I talk about some other stuff, whether it comes to our mind or whatever, before we end this. Right now, as you can see, I have my city back here. This whole table right here is full of my sister's school stuff because she's here too from college and Batman movie stuff. The situation with me right now is I'm trying to get a lot of my stuff set up so that I can collect more Lego because I'm in a very small constricted space. Jake has more room than I do at his house. He has a table downstairs and a table upstairs he can use. He has his city upstairs, which he stores a lot of his stuff there, and a lot of his stuff is in his city. And then he has other places where he can put stuff like downstairs on his train table if he really wants to. Or if he wants to have a stop motion studio, he can do that. I have one table that I have to do everything on. I can't have a city, a Batman movie, a podcast. I can't have all of that in one table. Eventually, I want to move the podcast up to my room when I finish my computer, which I have not done yet, and I want to do before the end of the year.
Hey, no, can I say something yet?
What?
So, there's going to be a Boba Fett helmet, a Stormtrooper.
Okay, we're not talking about sets right now. That's something we'll do whenever we have something that comes to our mind, right? I promise you we'll get to it. So let me finish this real quick. So I have this small space, so I'm starting to take apart some of my Lego sets and put them in bags, not splitting the pieces up, so I can rebuild the sets. They're just going to be put in bags and put in Rubbermaids like I have all over the place over here. So I can start storing things. And my modulars back here, probably going to get the empty bins that I have from that after I clear out some of the Lego. Probably going to put those back in the bins so I have more room on the table so I can build and collect more sets. And I'll just keep doing this as I collect sets until I move and get a bigger area to put my sets. Which is a better thing for me to do because then I can continue to do the stuff that you guys want us to do and the products and the stuff that you want us to see from this channel. So now, that being said, Jake and I are going to move on to what we want to talk about, what he wants to talk about.
Oh my gosh, that just like hurt my ears. It just did like a really loud.
So Jake has some stuff he wants to talk about with me, and he has another topic he wants to address. This is everything I have. We've both gone through and addressed whatever our parts were. And the vacuum upstairs is really getting on my nerves, but you guys are just going to have to deal with it for the next 10, 15 minutes till we finish this up. So, Jake, I'm going to let you take over.
So what I really want to talk about is Lego Masters.
Okay, that's what I wanted to put on this paper, but I forgot to do it. All right, Lego Masters. One of the greatest shows on television to watch while you're in the COVID-19 quarantining. Prove me wrong.
Best show.
And they finally made a reality TV show that revolves around Lego and not like My Obsession with Toys where they have the few Lego episodes of that. No, this is a full-on Lego show. Everything in this show is Lego. The studio is Lego. Literally looks like Lego. They have 2x4 brick lights on the ceiling. It looks great. They had, I think, 10 teams or 12. No, not 10 teams.
They started with 10. There's like 5 left.
They started with 10, and now they're on 5, halfway through the show at this point. And there's some really impressive builders on this show. Like, one that really impresses me is Aaron and Christian, the Superman and Clark Kent of Lego.
Their last build, the judges didn't like that, and I was so scared when they got to the bottom, too.
They made a decent bridge in the one episode. I shouldn't be spoiling this, but then they made like this really good skyscraper, and half of it were moving it, and half of it fell. So they had to put it on the table, but they got a second part. They got a second part of the challenge, and they went back, added what they broke on top of the building, and then added this second twist to it, which was like adding like a city being taken over by some monster theme or whatever. I don't really know what to call it.
I hope they get the golden brick back soon.
Well, then the next thing that happened was the first episode, they made a really good alien-themed amusement park with huge motor. Why can't I speak? Motor-using Ferris wheel that was massive and cool, and they used 2 motors in the build for 2 different rides. And they included a Will Arnett, who's the host of the show, minifig in it all as an agent, like a Men in Black type guy, going after the aliens, which I thought was really cool. What else happened? Oh,
I think Will Arnett doesn't make a bad host, not gonna lie.
If you watch some of the show or some of the one episode, or not episode, there's 6
episodes.
There's another team that I really like. They're called the Bearded Builders, Mark and Boone. And Boone is from Beyond the Brick, correct? And he is one of the funniest and coolest dudes I know in the Lego community. And he's like one of my favorite to listen to. And he's got some really good opinions. He can really build. Their amusement park, they tried to make a tree roller coaster where you start at the bottom, you go up the tree, go down the roller coaster. I mean, it got stuck when they showed it off, but it was a really good thought process. And if they could have had the time to go back and adjust the one thing that got stuck, it would have worked and looked amazing. So they got snubbed. And they were struggling a little bit for a few weeks. And then they got to this one week where they've won a challenge. And they have the golden brick now. And they won 4 challenges in a row. Maybe 5 now. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe 5. I'm not sure. But they're constantly winning now. And they're on their way to winning the whole thing. If they keep the golden brick and they win, or they get to the final 2, use the golden brick, they win.
I don't think they'll be allowed to use the golden brick in the finals because that wouldn't be fair.
I don't think they should be able to because it's not fair to the other team. Like no matter what they do, they're still going to lose. But
yeah,
I think it's interesting. And they're another team that really impresses me. There's a lot of teams I'm happy are gone. Some of them I'm sad. The 2 brothers, I thought that they should have stayed. They just had a rough time building the other half of a pinata. But
yeah,
I enjoyed them.
A good team.
I really want to see what is that guy's name with like the flower in his hair and he's got a beard and he's weird and he's with that girl.
I don't know his name, but their team has gotten better.
They've gotten better, but I just can't stand them in the show. And they do not look like Lego builders to me. Which I mean, I can't judge them for that, but they just don't impress me. Everything that they've done has been based on like candy or fantasy, like fairy tale kind of stuff. And it just doesn't appeal to me. And I don't think it appeals to a lot of other people. Younger girls in the Lego community, maybe me. No, it just doesn't do it for me. I like the food cart building that Bannon or
Yeah, that was really cool.
that Boone and them made, and like I like the Ferris wheel that Aaron and Christian made. I liked their skyscraper that they made. Like they did
Their
a really good
skyscraper
job,
looks so nice.
and they did detail in every floor of the skyscraper. They're taking 15 hours to do a build, putting that much detail into it, and it looks this nice. Like, and they don't skip out on the detail. They put as much into it as they can. They always go out and perform their best. They've had their few times where they've struggled a little bit, and things happen. But they have constantly impressed me week after week after week. So if there's two teams I want to win, it's the Bearded Builders and Superman and Clark.
And
Those
to
are
be
the two
honest,
teams.
Something I would like to say about Christian and Aaron's last build is like, I know the judges, it wasn't up to stand for them, but for me, I thought it looked pretty good. Yeah, it was a little bit confusing because of how messy the house was, but like, I think it looks pretty good.
Again, I'm not into the fairy tale aspect, and you should know this as good as I do. I literally like everything that's not fairy tale. So when you look at that kind of a thing, I didn't really get intrigued by them building something like that. It just didn't stand out. And then I saw the married couples thing with the giant carrot monster. That impressed me. I liked that.
Yeah, that was really good.
That was a good build. I don't care if I didn't like the theme. I liked the build. They did a very
Didn't
nice
the
job.
couple win?
I think no. It might have been Dan and is his name Dan? I want to make sure I'm calling him the right thing. Dan and Boone. Is that right? I think so. But
anyways, weren't Mark and Boone and the couple like the top two?
Mark and Boone. I got that confused. I thought it was Dan. It's Mark. There we go.
Yeah, I thought you said Dan and Boone, so I was like,
Yeah, I'm really excited for this week because they're doing this thing, and it's actually tomorrow night, where two teams have to combine and work together to stay in.
Wait, that's what they're doing is the challenge?
Well, yeah, I don't know what
the Australian clips of the show from like YouTube a while ago, and I wanted America to get its own spin off of it. And finally, America got its own spin off of it, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes, thank goodness, because I wasn't able to watch full episodes of it on on YouTube. So
I didn't know. I don't know what the challenge that they have to do is, but they have to work with another team to build.
I didn't know that. That is going to be cool.
And I think that'll be interesting. But the show has really made me hope that they do more seasons. If they do, and they start having applications where you like make a build, or you showcase your builds, that you made some of your custom builds, and they bring you on the show. If they think it's good enough, I would love to.
Somewhat decent, but I'm probably too young.
Well, yeah, I don't think it matters age. I think it matters more about your skill. I think that if they don't do one with the adults, they need to make one for kids that we can enter into. Because I would definitely do it. I think I could make it into that. I'm not the best builder.
Yeah, and I think we'd make it pretty far too. Maybe not one, but we'd make it pretty far. I feel like.
Now, see, I feel like the only downside is I have to teach Jake a little bit more of the tricks. Like, I have to teach you snot.
My weak point would be like motors and technic.
Well, I have to teach you how to do snot. I have to teach you how to do some of those other kind of fancier.
Stud on the side building or stud not on the side building? Is that what you're saying, snot?
Snot is studs not on top. So those are builds that are really hard. I have to teach him how to do this.
I know how to do snot.
It's more complex than you think. It's not just doing something on a side of a wall. It's more like making a ball with all the studs out.
Well, actually, I made a Lego grenade before. It was pretty cool.
Anyways, I have to teach him some other building techniques, and we'd have to work together to get chemistry and understand each other's thought processes, which takes time. We'd have to build together. He and I would have to start building a giant mock together. And that would be something that would make us bond and have to learn how to design something. Like, I have my LDD, but I hate designing on that. That takes way too long.
Are you talking about the design program that Lego has on the computer?
Yeah, that just takes too long.
Way too long.
I would rather do it myself and experiment and make my own build with it. It's just like hands-on. I'm better hands-on than designing. I mean, I designed the Octan Tower, which we never built, sadly, which we still could if we want. But A build like that would really bring us together and make us work. And that could be our submission if they ever took in applications for it. That could be one of our submissions as a giant mock like that. Which that takes a lot of money. You got to put money into the pieces. You got to take time to build it. You got to put money into getting everything you need to build it, the tables, everything like that. It's just
How's
an
it
expensive
only
process.
410? What?
But it's something I wouldn't mind doing. I gotta start thinking of more mocks that I want to do and start building some on my own, and that's probably gonna happen after the Batman movie because I'll be on summer break by that time. And the Batman movie, I'm trying to take advantage of the time that I have with this virus to at least get the filming done, and I can do the editing once school starts, which is okay.
Speaking of,
But-
we're going to have to do online school soon.
No, because it's not gonna last as long as they act like it is.
We're starting online school next week.
We aren't. They haven't said anything yet, but we don't know yet.
Hempfield is.
Okay, well, I'm not Hempfield, am I? No.
Good point.
But I'll have time to do this, and once I get all the filming done, then I just got to go into editing. And I'm fine with taking the next month or two to do that and getting the voices. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with having a release date of May or June. If I wait till the end of the year, like December, to release this, there's really something wrong with me because I planned for August last year, then I said no December, then I said no this spring, and I didn't actually start building sets for it until this spring. So I want to get this done. I'm not putting it off for a whole year. So I want to get this done, which I'm going to. I'm going to try. And if I don't, then that's on me. I'll find a way to make it up to you guys.
We almost done here now.
Yeah, we're almost done. But
Okay.
I feel like this isn't interesting for you because you don't really have that much to put into it because you're kind of just like there.
No, that's interesting.
Well, you just asked if it's done. Like you want to be done with it by now.
It just feels like it's been taking a while.
Well, it's been a half an hour plus the 15 minutes we did before. It's about 45 minutes. But yeah, so I don't really know what else we have to talk about, but we have more content coming. Like I said, Jake and I are going to try and do this once a week. If not Jake, I'll at least do one once a week. I'd love it if I could get him on here once a week to do this, but I don't know if I'm always going to be able to get in contact with him for him to get on and be on FaceTime with me. And it might bore him as we do it because there has to be a lot of news things to talk about before we can really do it. But anyways, I'm going to start thinking about more content we can make, guys, and we're going to try and get that done and get that through. But yeah, so I guess this is the end of the first ever Behind the Brick podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed, or I hope the guys that are going to watch this later enjoy. Thank you to the 12 people that subscribed to us. Like I said, we're going to be working to put some more out. We're going to try and get some content out, at least me. It just depends because we have two different schedules and I don't live with him, so we have to figure other things out. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching the stream. I hope you enjoyed. And I said that for the third time today. But I guess that's really all that we have. So this is Noah from Brick Bros. And if Jake wants to say his name.
Hi,
Or you can say Jake from Brick Bros, you know.
Jake from Brick Bros.
There we go. That sounds better. These are the Brick Bros. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.